What's up, family? Trail here, and we have a huge announcement from President Biden. In fact, millions of Americans are going to be affected by this. A few months ago, he announced wiping out around $20,000 in student loan debt for Americans, and now that the midterm elections is almost over, that plan might go away. On top of that, we have an update on the midterm elections as the election volunteers continue to count the remaining votes over the weekend. And last but not least, we have a new deal on the table from the Biden administration that could approve of a $400 million deal. I've got the details to share with you today in this video, but before we get started, you guys already know what to do. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel as well as hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Hey, starting off, we do have the former President Donald Trump. His youngest daughter just got married on Saturday, guys. Yes, her name is Tiffany Trump, and she ended up marrying Michael Bullis, I believe, at a Mar-a-Lago estate of former President Donald Trump, as her dad continues to prepare to make an announcement this week, guys. Yes, the 29-year-old daughter of Donald Trump and Marla Maples wed the Lebanese-American businessman on Saturday after nearly 2 years of being engaged. And if you look at the pictures, guys, hey, she does look very beautiful in this picture. So we definitely want to send kudos and congratulations to Tiffany Trump on getting married. I believe that is Donald Trump's last daughter. He does have a younger son, but anyways, we'll continue to keep them in our prayers as they continue this journey on marriage. It is a beautiful thing. Moving on, guys. Hey, the Democrats, they made a huge announcement on Saturday night. And yes, guys, the Democrats are officially going to maintain control of the Senate, according to NBC as well as other news stations. Yes, guys, that is the latest information. And this is a big blow to the GOP, to the Republicans, because they continue to defeat Trump's backed Republicans. Yes, guys, the Democrats continue to wipe out those Republicans that have been backed and endorsed by the former President Donald Trump, which sort of it says something, guys. Do the American people not want to go with those individuals that are linked with the former president? We don't know, guys, but it does appear that way. And now the Democrats will hold at least 50 seats in 2023 for the Senate, depending on the result of the December runoff election in Georgia, which I will say that Warnock, which is on the Democratic side, he is leading Herschel Walker by a small margin, which they will have this particular runoff on, I believe, December the 4th or December the 5th. So yes, guys, you definitely want to pay attention to the Warnock and Walker, that runoff that's going to be happening at the beginning of next month. I will keep you guys posted as usual. Moving on, guys. Hey, we do know a couple of months ago where President Biden announced that he was providing and introducing a new student debt forgiveness plan, which is going to wipe away between $10,000 and $20,000 for those individuals that still owe on their student loans if they are a federal backed loan. And yes, guys, a lot of Americans are affected by this because they are really excited that Biden is going to be wiping away tens of thousands of dollars from their debt, which is pretty much going to help the American people that are sort of struggling right now, guys. But we do have some bad news that just came out this past week, guys, and that is those applications are no longer being accepted. Yes, guys, it talks about it right here on KSL, which says that the applications for the student loan forgiveness plan by the Biden administration and President Biden are no longer being accepted. Yes, guys, the Biden administration is no longer accepting applications for student loan forgiveness after a second federal court has shut down the program. And yes, guys, you can see right here that a federal judge in Texas ended up striking down Biden's student loan relief plan, pretty much leaving it in limbo. And yes, the Biden administration said on Thursday night that filing that it's appealing the particular ruling of the Trump-appointed U.S. District Judge Mark Pittman in a statement saying that, look, we strongly disagree with the district court's ruling on our student debt relief program, said the White House Press Secretary Karen Jean-Pierre in a statement confirming the appeal. And Pittman, which has declared the program as being illegal, illegal after the Job Creators Network Foundation filed a lawsuit last month alleging that the administration violated federal procedures. Now, for 26 million borrowers who have already given the Department of Education the necessary information on those applications to be considered for the debt relief, 16 million of whom have already been approved for the relief, the department will hold on to their information so that it can quickly process their relief once we prevail this particular situation by the judge in court. That was the official statement from the Biden administration. So what does this mean, guys? Well, it means that this particular program could actually go away, even though we know that around 16 million people have already applied for this and pretty much have gotten approved. But because of these particular judges, guys, this is the second judge that has actually pretty much canceled the student loan forgiveness plan altogether. So they'll just have to battle this out in court. Now, whether or not this is going to succeed for the Biden administration, we still don't know. But I will say, now that the midterm elections is over and pretty much your votes are already in and casted, and some of those individuals have already won, hey, the Biden administration might not even fight this particular student loan forgiveness program at all. They might not necessarily want to waste their time with it. So that means that the plan could potentially go away. So that means that around 26 million people that could have been affected by this, on a good note, this could actually go away, guys. So millions of Americans could be at risk of losing out on this potential $20,000 of wiped away student loan debt. So yes, guys, I will keep you guys posted as usual. But moving on, guys, hey, we do have some information in regards to the former President Donald Trump, and which I told you guys before, but I want to let you guys know again that Donald Trump is planning on making his big announcement this week, exactly on November the 15th. Now, a lot of Americans, as well as news stations and news reporters, are believing that this particular big announcement is pretty much former President Donald Trump announcing officially that he is going to be running again for the third time in the presidential 2024 election. That is exactly what everyone is expecting him to announce on November the 15th. However, he could announce something else altogether, but that particularly is the announcement that is expected to come out on November the 15th. Now, a lot of people that are big Trump supporters are really excited about this, and they will be watching their TV screens to figure out exactly what he is going to say and how he is going to be planning his effort to run for the next presidential election. And guys, a lot of people are not necessarily happy about this at all, especially for the Biden administration. But anyways, guys, I want to let you guys know to mark your calendars, be on the lookout for this important information that is coming out in less than 4 days, guys. And yes, guys, we could find out whether or not he is going to run for the next president. Me personally, I don't believe that he is going to run, but we'll just have to see, guys, and I will just have to eat everything that I've said on the previous videos. That pretty much I do not believe that he is going to run again. He has too much to lose, as well as he has a lot of legal issues going on right now. So he pretty much needs to focus on those. But anyways, guys, I will keep you guys posted exactly on November the 15th when this information comes out. But in regards to Trump running for the next president, yes, guys, the GOP, the Republicans, they are really scared, guys. They are scared about this particular announcement. If Trump says he wants to run in 2024, the GOP is worried that this particular announcement could actually backfire. Yes, guys, it says right here that Republicans are particularly concerned about how an early Trump announcement might cost them the runoff election in Georgia, where control of the Senate could be on the line in a runoff election next month, which is between Warnock and Herschel Walker. If Trump has already declared he is running for the president again, lawmakers and party strategists worry that it will become a major motivator for Democrats to turn out and vote in a state where Trump narrowly lost back in 2020. And some in the GOP are openly calling for the party to move on from Trump entirely in the wake of this week's midterm elections. But again, guys, hey, we will find out later this week. Now, also in regards to Trump, he is also coming under fire over the midterm elections. They are now blaming him, saying that, look, because of him, as well as those individuals that he actually endorsed during the midterm elections, they are saying that, look, Trump is actually hurting them because, like we said earlier in this video, that majority of those individuals that were endorsed by the former President Trump actually lost in their particular race. So yes, guys, they are worried about Trump moving forward, being involved in this political scene altogether, and they just don't know what to do about it, guys. They are hoping that he does not run as well, guys, but they won't say it out in public. But on the flip side to that, guys, while Trump is under fire because of the midterm elections, hey, Ron DeSantis of Florida, the governor, his particular status is continuing to rise. He won dramatically in Florida, guys. And yes, guys, he is pretty much on the right path for the 2024 presidential election. Now, they are comparing him and Trump right now as a rivalry, but guys, DeSantis is pretty much leading the effort right now, guys. DeSantis is really doing very well, especially for the GOP, but mostly that is in regards to Florida. But others are saying that they would probably have to vote for DeSantis because he looks like the best choice that they have thus far. And then also, guys, we see right here that in this particular article on foxnews.com, it says that Ron DeSantis is the new Republican Party leader. Yes, guys, Republicans are ready to move on without Donald Trump. So again, guys, I don't know if you are a Republican or a Democrat, but it really doesn't matter. But you do need to know about this information because DeSantis is really moving in the right direction, guys. He is pretty much doing good. And guys, check out this picture, guys. This is just a great picture altogether, guys. Him, his wife, and his 3 children. Beautiful wife right there, wouldn't you say? But anyways, guys, DeSantis is winning in Florida, as well as he is pretty much taking over the Trump era, if you will. But we'll just have to see whether or not Trump announces that he is going to run for the next president. And also, I found this article right here, guys, on Newsweek. It says that Republicans, they want the Trump agenda that they have seen prior to President Biden. And they want that agenda, but they want it without Donald Trump, according to this particular news article, guys. Yes, this is very interesting. It says that, look, the following is a lightly edited transcript of remarks made by John Daniel Davison during a Newsweek debate about the outcome of the 2022 U.S. elections. There is a bit of a paradox here because of who is the most Trump-like candidate in the conservative pantheon of candidates, and that is, it's Ron DeSantis. So, setting aside the sort of more recent spanning between the two of them, Ron DeSantis has almost molded his political career off of a Trump-like posture towards a whole range of issues. He is a populist. He's not a Republican in the old Mitt Romney, Mitch McConnell type of mold of establishment of Republicans. And he's a right-wing populist Republican, and he represents a big and growing part of the Republican Party. And look at the new voters that he was able to bring in. Miami-Dade County is 70% Hispanic, and he won by a large margin. This is what a county that Hillary Clinton, I think, won by more than 20 points back in 2016. So again, guys, like I said, you better keep an eye out on DeSantis because he is definitely headed in the right direction of leading the Republican Party. Again, guys, I will say I like him as well thus far. You know, I don't really choose any sides, whether Democratic or Republican, but I do like DeSantis because he's not necessarily divisive as the former President Donald Trump. So I really like that about him, but we'll just have to see how his policies and what he actually stands for moving forward, guys. But anyways, guys, moving on to some other news, we do want to talk about the United States has just announced of a new $400 million deal that is on the table right now. And yes, it is not for the American people, which is not that shocking at all, guys. But this particular $400 million that they are requesting is going to be for new military aid for Ukraine. Yes, guys, this is not a joke. This is true. They are asking for more money. Now, we don't know whether or not this has been approved, but I do want to let you guys know that the United States, and I believe that this is including President Biden and the Biden administration, that they want to provide an additional $400 million in new military aid for Ukraine. Yes, guys, the Biden administration announced a new $400 million military assistance package for Ukraine this past Friday. So yes, guys, I was wrong. But looking at this article, it says that the U.S. has now committed more than $18 billion, not $2 billion, like I said, $18.2 billion in security aid to Ukraine since the start of the Russian invasion that started earlier this year. Now, the new aid package of $400 million represents the beginning of a contracting process to provide additional priority capabilities to Ukraine, per the Pentagon. Those capabilities including funding for refurbished Hawk Air Force defense missiles, refurbished tanks, armored boats, and explosive drones, among other things as well. And the U.S. is also setting up a new command post in Germany to oversee all of the weapons transfers from the United States and military training for Ukraine. So again, guys, like I said, this is not a joke. This is true. The United States is wanting to provide an additional $400 million for Ukraine, not for the American people, not for the struggling American people, not for our Social Security Administration, not for our Social Security recipients, not for our Medicaid recipients, not for those struggling individuals, not for those low-income Americans. This money is going to another country. Our tax dollars that was provided by the United States is wanting to go to Ukraine, another country that we don't have any ties to, that we want to have ties to, but they are not our ally, guys. But they are trying to make them our ally because they are Russia's next door neighbor. Did you get that? But anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. I hope this information was helpful to you. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But feel free to check out some of the links down below because it is a great way for you guys to support this channel, as well as opportunities for you to make some free money, some free cash in your pockets, as well as how you can earn 12 free stocks with Webull just by depositing $1. If you're interested, those links will be down below. But anyways, hey, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.